You ever notice how the worst suburban disasters always start with some innocent home improvement project? That's how I found myself drowning in sawdust, knee-deep in a mess that looked like Amazon lost a bet with a tornado, trying to reason with Dave, my so-called contractor, about why a motivational cat poster should not be holding up a wall. Seriously, Dave, for the third time. Hang in. Their baby might be uplifting, but it cannot be a load-bearing structure. But Dave, with his donut crumb beard and an uncanny talent for making everything cost double, just shrugged and waved a 2x4. See, we brace it right here. The cat's literally holding up the ceiling. It's poetry. Meanwhile, his buddy Gary's eyeballing a shelf that's already more crooked than a politician's smile. Poetic, Dave, real poetic. That's when my phone buzzes, saving me from a full-blown debate about feline architecture. I expect another spam call, but it's Sarah, my neighbor, the one who live-tweets squirrels. "Mike, you will not believe this," she texts. "School Evac chemical plant. Karen blocking the buses. Literal. Karen with clipboard. Send help or bail money." I stare at the screen. School Evac. We'd gotten that town alert, sure a minor gas leak at the old DuPont Plant Zone B evacuation, which is us. Sunny Meadows, where the sun only shines on petty grievances and turf wars over mailbox colors. But orderly process clearly didn't account for Karen Henderson, our HOA president and self-proclaimed queen of suburbia, the undisputed champion of weaponizing bylaws against the common good. "I tell the guys to please hold off on any art installations till I get back." Dave pouts. Gary beams at his drunken shelf. Then I step outside into the chaos. Sirens in the distance, air thick with cut grass, and I swear the scent of impending Karen drama. The end of our cul-de-sac looks like a crime scene. Two big yellow buses' engines running crammed with anxious kids. And there she is, Karen 5'4", ironed blazer platinum bob, blocking the road like some mini Gandalf wielding her clipboard with the righteous fury of 1,000 neighborhood watch meetings. Principal Thompson. He always looks like he's 5 minutes from early retirement, is begging her hands flapping like panicked birds. But Karen's voice cuts through the air, shrill and smug. Article 4, subsection C, paragraph 2, states any vehicle over 2 tons needs a heavy transit permit 72 hours in advance. She gestures at the buses like they're tanks about to invade. Poor Thompson tries to argue, but this is an emergency, and Karen sniffs. An emergency does not exempt one from established community regulations. She starts talking about asphalt rutting, and I see kids pressed to the bus windows equal parts terrified and fascinated. Little Timmy Jenkins mouths, "What the heck" at me, and I'm right there with him. So I step in trying to sound calm. "Hi, Karen. Mike from number 12. The one whose grass is apparently half an inch too long per your last 3 memos." She spins, giving me that hummingbird of doom glare. "Mr. Davies, I hope you filed all the correct applications for your mailbox color." I haven't. But I press on Karen about the buses. "Are you on the HOA charter?" "No." "Then your opinion is, with all due respect, as irrelevant as your lawn." She turns away. Right then a police cruiser rolls up, lights flashing. Officer Miller, who's still figuring out his mustache, and Kowalski, who's seen it all twice before today, step out. Miller tries for authority, but just sounds tired. "What's the holdup?" Karen lights up, ready to deliver her TED Talk on pavement. She recites bylaw after bylaw, as Miller's soul visibly leaves his body, and Kowalski leans back like he's waiting for the sweet release of retirement. Miller finally interrupts, "Ma'am. There's a town-wide evacuation. Gas leak. The kids need to go now." Karen just shrugs. "Perhaps the children can walk. Only a few miles good for their health." The kids on the bus start chanting, "Let us go," while one tries to start a wave. I mutter, "This is insane," as the air takes on a weird, acrid smell, or maybe that's just Karen's perfume. Meanwhile, back at my house, Dave and Gary are on my lawn with a leaf blower and a sandwich looking like extras from a low-budget disaster movie. Dave yells, "You sorting out that traffic jam? Looks wild." I shake my head. My HOA runs on procedures paperwork and enough bylaws to paper the moon. I miss the days when procedure meant you yelled an order and stuff actually happened. But that was a whole other life a lifetime ago before arguing about the structural integrity of a cat. Karen is now measuring the bus's wheelbase with a floral tape measure her minivan parked with surgical precision to block the alternate route. Decision time. My patience, never great with bureaucratic stupidity, is gone. I ask Principal Thompson, how long do we have before this goes from precaution to we're all glowing in the dark? He fumbles for his phone. About an hour from the alert. That was 50 minutes ago. So minutes left. I look Karen dead in the eye. "Karen, last chance. Move your minivan." She just huffs. My vehicle is parked in a designated HOA President Priority Zone. This is about principle. I've had enough. I scroll my contacts past dentist. Avoid find rock, do not call unless Armageddon or equivalent. This qualifies. I hit dial. Rock picks up after 2 rings. Yeah, that's it. Rocket's Mike, Sunny Meadows, civil obstruction, school evac, local authorities, engaged in vigorous dialogue. He grunts. Who's the moron lady with a clipboard? Thinks bylaws beat emergency orders. Rock sighs. 3 minutes. I thank him, warn him about the petunias. No promises, Mike. Rock out. I hang up. Everyone stares. Karen pursed like she just bit a lemon, cops looking nervous. "Who exactly did you just call?" asks Officer Kowalski. "Just a friend. Specialized dispute resolution." Karen scoffs. "Please, is this your biker gang? This is an HOA matter, not a parking lot brawl." She's still complaining about my RV, but I just check my watch. 2 minutes 40. Karen, tick-tock. Suddenly there's a rumble, soft at first, then louder. Heads turn. Even Karen's lost her place in the bylaws. Dave and Gary come closer, Gary munching his sandwich. Is that a monster truck rally? The roar grows, rattling windows. Around the corner comes a military jeep, matte green lights flashing. Then another. Then a full-on troop transport. Then, because apparently this is a movie, an armored security vehicle, all machine gun, turret, and attitude scanning Karen's rose bushes. It's Rock Sergeant Johnson, 6'3", built like a granite statue, full camo. Sunglasses radiating, "Don't test me" energy. He strides right past. Karen gives me a nod. "Mike," he growls. "You weren't kidding about the clipboard. New record." I can't help but grin. "Told you." She thinks asphalt has feelings. Karen tries to regroup. "This is an outrage. I pay my taxes. I know Senator Bumblerock doesn't blink." "Ma'am, I am Sergeant Johnson, United States National Guard. There is a hazardous materials incident. You are obstructing a federal emergency protocol. You have 10 seconds to clear the roadway." The armored vehicle gives a little hydraulic hiss. The kids on the buses start chanting "Rock, rock," even Timmy's got his thumbs up. Karen finally cracks. She scrambles to her minivan, fumbles the keys, and peels out, nearly taking out her own hedge and leaving tire tracks in her husband's precious grass. National Guard troops move in with machine precision. A teenager in fatigues directs the buses. As the first one rolls past, he gives me a subtle thumbs up. The kids inside go wild. Rock claps me on the shoulder, nearly dislocating it. "Want to lead the parade?" I laugh. "After you, Sergeant." But I should get back to the house before Dave and Gary secede from the union in my living room. I hop into my pickup, lead the convoy out armored vehicles, and all feeling like I'm liberating Sunny Meadows from tyranny. As we pass, I see Karen on her porch, wringing her hands. Her reign of bylaw terror broken, at least for today. I honk and wave. She just glowers, her face priceless. This is definitely going in my Christmas letter. Back at the scene, Miller's on his radio, probably trying to explain to dispatch why the National Guard just rolled up for a gas leak. Kowalski just shakes his head. Did he just call in the army for an HOA dispute? Dave and Gary wander over, wide-eyed. Was that for the gas leak? Seemed a bit extra. Mike, think you can get us a discount on military-grade sealant? I just shake my head, still grinning. We reach the high school gym, Sunny Meadows Fighting Ferrets go team. Kids tumble out of the buses, teachers wrangling them towards juice boxes. Principal Thompson grabs my hand. Mike, I don't know who you are, but thank you. You're a hero. I shrug. Just a guy who hates bad traffic and even worse bylaws. Rock materializes still wearing those shades. Next time, Mike, maybe try the city council first. The paperwork for this one's going to be legendary. I laugh. Hey, call it community outreach. Hearts and minds, right? Rock almost smiles. Right. But let's not make this a regular Tuesday. As we share a look, both of us knowing how absurd this all is, the all clear finally sounds. Turns out the leak was caused by a rogue badger, don't ask, and Kevin with the wrench fixed it in 5 minutes. I head home, streets empty. My house weirdly quiet. I find Dave and Gary on the porch with my emergency beers. So Mike, you calling in tanks now? Or are you just a secret agent? Gary asks, grinning. It was an LA Evac sinking into a chair. And no, but hey, the road's clear. Any progress on the cat art? Gary beams. The shelf's still standing thanks to a stack of old magazines. Nailed it, he declares. My phone lights up neighborhood group chats blowing up. Mike Davies for president. Did Karen finally call in the big guns over the Andersons' wind chimes? Is he CIA? The legend of Sunny Meadows grows. Someone's even started a petition to oust Karen, citing endangerment of children by excessive bylaw. I lean back, smiling. Maybe I should run for HOA president. First order of business, critical thinking tests for the board. And bigger driveways. And maybe a statue of a cat hanging in there, load-bearing, of course. So yeah, life in Sunny Meadows just got a whole lot more interesting. And honestly, I think the asphalt's gonna be just fine. Now, what do you think? Did I go too far, or is there such a thing as too far when it comes to standing up to the HOA madness? Let me know down below whose side are you on. What would you have done? This story's just getting started.